not scared. I'm just not motivated to achieve my goals right now. I'll start my diet on Monday. Watching Netflix on a Friday night is way more fun than going out and meeting someone. I don't have time to work out. Paying off that student loan can wait. These shoes cannot. YOLO! Okay, so I'm going to be straight up with you. Lack of time, effort, motivation, YOLO, FOMO, etc. These are merely excuses that you use that prevent you from achieving your goals. And excuses are fantastic disguises for your deepest fears. What do you want to change in your life? Do you want to fit into your skinny jeans? Meet someone you can share your life with? Start meditating? Reconnect with your family? Make more money? Get a better job? Start your side hustle? There are basically 3 categories of self-improvement goals that fall into. The first one is health. So health can include your physical, your mental, emotional, your spiritual, your intellectual health. It could be as simple as trying to eat better, starting a workout, to reading more, to starting to meditate. These are goals that are internal to your well-being. The second self-improvement goal involves wealth. So this can involve material goods, finances, the environment, home improvements, your career, your assets, living situation, basically the environment that you're in. So it could be getting promoted at work, it could be saving up for a car, or it could be a kitchen renovation. It's the environment and how and what you want to change about it. The third category is love. So this involves all the social circles that are involved in your life and all the relationships that are in it, the people. So goals can be improving relationships, finding someone to share your life with, improving family dynamics, improving relationships with your coworkers, acquaintances, your clients, customers, etc. And the self-improvement goal will always fit more than one category. It's never a clear-cut goal like I want to lose 5 or 10 pounds. There are always many little goals that are associated with that larger goal. For instance, you want to start working out so that you can lose a little bit of weight, so you'll feel more confident when you go out into the dating world. Or you'll be more comfortable walking around with your children. Or you want to work on that relationship with your best friend because the last time you had a falling out, it really tore you up mentally and emotionally. You couldn't really get past it. Or you want to save up for that trip to Hawaii because you feel like you're burned out and you haven't taken any time for yourself in years. Overall, regardless of what category the self-improvement goal falls into, it's really about achieving fulfillment in life. As someone who's worked in change management for over a decade and been certified in change management and coaching since 2011, the hardest moments when making a change is taking an initiative and then maintaining that change. So this exercise that we'll go through will really dive into the taking initiative part, and which really starts with facing your fears. So what is the real barrier to achieving a goal? Most people focus on the outcome of the goal to motivate them to get there. For instance, someone putting a picture of a fitness model in their bedroom to motivate them to work out more and eat healthier. Or it could be pinning pictures of your dream house, like dream house in Pinterest, as a way to motivate you to work harder and get promoted, have a higher salary, or make more money so that you can get that dream house. So you kind of focus on the outcome to kind of slowly get you there. But the real barrier of attaining a goal is actually the uncertainty when it's attained. As in, the reason why we don't start achieving our goals is because we're fearful of what will happen when we actually start doing that. Here's the thing, humans love stability. It's ingrained in our DNA like homeostasis. Homeostasis is a physiological state that is resistant against change. For instance, if your temperature goes up by 1 or 2 degrees, you can get a fever and it's out of balance. Your body will start trying to cool itself, like making you sweat like a pig or increase the blood flow to your skin to dissipate some of that heat. because you don't want to keep heating up, because your body's that wants to be at that perfect temperature. We're very delicate beings. It's not just physiologically, but mentally and psychologically we're pretty delicate as well. So this exercise will serve as a catalyst for you to really take that initiative and start changing your life and achieving your goals. So to counter that uncertainty and counter that real barrier, what we should focus on is identifying those uncertainties, those fears, those things that you're scared of that prevent you from taking that first step. So this exercise is going to consist of 5 questions that you're going to go through to identify these barriers. So question 1, what are some bad things or scary things that will happen if you achieved your goal? So identify those scary and bad things. For instance, your goal might be, I want to make some new friends. Imagine you went out there and you actually did that. Some of these bad things or these fears could be these new friends that you have don't understand your weird hobby and you have to give up this weird hobby to spend time with your new friends. Or these new friends take so much of your time you don't have time for yourself. So these are some things that you may be fearful of happening if you actually started doing what you want. So the second part of this exercise is, okay, so now you've identified all the bad things that's going to happen with this goal. If you started doing it, ask yourself for each of these bad things, what is the likelihood or probability of it happening? And actually literally get a percentage down for each of these things, where 0% is never going to happen and 100% is absolutely or definitely going to happen. And be realistic about it. So after you've done that, for question 3 of the part 3 of the exercise is now you're going to assign a degree of harm to each of these bad things. So what is the impact of it happening? If any of those bad things have more than 0% happening, then you're going to do this exercise. If it's 0% of it happening, then you know it's not actually going to happen. So ask yourself, how bad is it really? And on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no harm done, it'll just roll off your back, and 10 being catastrophic, your world will literally end if it happened. Now for part 4 of the exercise is you're going to use a past experience where you've kind of dealt with a similar situation to help you give you the courage to know that you can deal with that situation and that it's really not that bad. It's a way to reassure yourself that you're capable of managing that fear or facing that fear. I don't know anyone who hasn't suffered or faced a life challenge or faced any adversity. Adversity is part of life. If you haven't, let me know. I'd love to chat. And adversity is inevitable. It's part of life's big plan for us, right? Throwing shit at us so we can dodge, duck, dive, dip, and dodge again. From the shitty times in high school to, the car accident that really screwed you up for a year, or to the time where you couldn't land a job, you were able to get through it. So think of a time you had to face a similar situation and how you dealt with it. It'll remind you that whatever happens, you're capable of dealing with it. Lastly, what you're going to do is you're going to rate how difficult this exercise was for you to do. So evaluating the difficulty of this exercise, actually this is the core part of the exercise, because it really forces you to self-reflect on what really matters when you're trying to reach your goal. If it's easy, then it gives you insight in how you're going to approach the goal. For instance, because it's easy, that means the certainty will give you the courage to start that goal. And it will give you the courage to face your fears because of the certainty. If it was difficult to assign numbers like the probability and the degree of harm, then you know it's a reality that you're really not going to be facing. It's the uncertainty of it happening, and the uncertainty and the degree of harm actually outweighs the fear. You really have to be realistic about these questions. And the exercise forces you to be in an objective position where you rate your fears. Most of the time, it's actually really hard to know what's going to happen and whether something bad will happen, because we don't know what we don't know. So once you've evaluated easiness and difficulty, it really gives you a chance to self-reflect and face your fears. I've actually created an exercise worksheet for you to walk through these 5 parts and really flesh out all the details of your fears and things and experiences that you've faced before that help you, give you the courage to start achieving that goal. And if you go on my website now, it's part of the free resources that will be part of all the downloads that you can get. So let me know, what is a goal that you've been contemplating for a long time now? And what is a fear that's holding you back?